All right, good Monday morning. I'm CBS19 Meteorologist Joel Robinson here with a live update here on CBS19 Plus as well as YouTube and Facebook. So thanks so much for joining me this morning. Well, finally, the winter storm has moved out of the area as of yesterday, of course, but now the second part of this winter storm is coming through, and that's the cold air. We got some extreme cold warnings in effect across all of East Texas, and we got some icy roads still. I'm noticing a little bit, I was out on the roads just earlier in Tyler. I'm noticing they're starting to become a little bit more slushy, so a little bit more manageable. But we do have some very cold temperatures still expected into the rest of today. Temperatures still below freezing, so whatever becomes slushy will easily refreeze into some parts of the day and even into tonight as temperatures go down potentially into the teens and feel like the single digits to maybe even single digits below zero. So that's why we do have an extreme cold warning in effect for all of East Texas. But there it is right here, our Broadway cam here in Tyler. Starting to see a little bit of slushiness there, but some icy spots nonetheless, some slippery areas. 22, the current temperature in Tyler and Mineola, as well as Gilmer and Longview, all at 22, 20 in Mount Pleasant, 21 in Jacksonville with 25, and Nacogdoches 26 in Lufkin. All of us are below freezing, so whatever melts a little bit thanks to the sun is going to refreeze as we wear on into the afternoon. So that's something you'll kind of have to keep an eye on here. But just a gorgeous satellite and radar picture, just a few clouds off to the northwest, but it is just a gorgeous day out there, lots of sunshine. So that is some good news there, kind of helping melt things just a little bit. But again, those temperatures, especially into the overnight, that are really going to help things refreeze pretty solidly. And again, we're watching this very cold air mass. Right here is the cold front. That's the edge of that air mass, and you can kind of see just how clear everything is just on the other side to the west. That's some very cold and dry air inhibiting a lot of cloud cover. Some of the areas where we did see a lot of moisture are still kind of making some clouds develop in some parts of the area, but that is the center of low pressure here. It's off to the north and east. We have a little bit of snow there, a little bit of rain here along that cold front, but we're going to be done with any sort of precipitation for a while. And again, it's all about the cold air here. Check out these temperatures across the country. 2 degrees in Chicago, -9 in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We got 2 degrees in Kansas City, about 15 in Tulsa, 4 degrees out in Lubbock, and then 22 degrees in Tyler. And again, we're going to see some pretty extreme cold temperatures into tonight. That's going to be the biggest thing we're going to be watching for over the next several nights. It's still going to be pretty cold, but not cold enough to really reach that criteria. If you remember extreme heat warnings, heat advisories, this is the exact opposite. It has to be cold enough to get these extreme cold warnings to be issued. In this case, we're talking about temperatures as low as the teens, feeling like the single digits, even single digits below zero. So extreme cold weather impact alert now until 12 p.m. on Tuesday. That's when that extreme cold warning expires. I'll show you all the counties in just a second. But again, when it comes to this extreme cold, not only is it just really cold, it's really uncomfortable. You definitely want to bundle up out there, but it's the pre-existing ice in the water, the standing water, that's really going to refreeze, making the roads pretty slippery. So that's kind of the concern here over the next few days. But with this extreme cold in mind, make sure to limit your time outdoors. Bring those pets inside, bring your plants inside, bundle up if you have to get out. And also make your let your pipes let your faucets drip still into the next several days, because we are still expecting overnight lows well below freezing. Extreme cold warnings, there you go, all the counties in blue. That's pretty much everywhere, right? Until 12 p.m. Tuesday, everybody is under this extreme cold warning. We're already seeing these extreme cold temperatures. As we walk you through future Skycast, again, it's a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine, but temperatures, they'll be maybe right at freezing, if not just a little bit shy. So we are still expecting those icy conditions across much of the area, and especially over bridges and overpasses. Those are in really rough shape across some parts of the area. And then we get down to about 20, 22, maybe even colder than that. This model might be a little bit warm. I do think we'll have a chance to be even colder in some parts of the area, especially with the clear sky and the dry conditions. We could get pretty cold tonight. But then watch what happens into the afternoon on Tuesday. Upper 30s, low 40s. So again, we'll get up above freezing, and then we refreeze into Wednesday morning. Temperatures in the 20s, And then it's rinse and repeat from there. Temperatures for Wednesday afternoon just a little bit warmer in the middle 40s. Some of us maybe even getting into the 50s. I think a lot of us will have a chance to get into the 50s by Thursday and Friday. And then you got the wind chills. Stiff north wind, keeping our wind chills right around 0, 1 for this morning. And then we have wind chills in the 20s for the afternoon, and then potentially down to 8 tomorrow morning. And so for Springs, 10 in Gilmer, 13 in Tyler, 10 in Jacksonville. I mean, no matter how you slice it, it is just a cold start to the day. That's why, again, we do have those extreme cold warnings in effect, and it'll feel like the 20s all the way through Tuesday and into your Wednesday as well. So again, we talk about the 4 Ps. That's people, that's you. We got pets, we got pipes, and we also got plants. If you haven't brought those inside, make sure you do so. The pets and plants, of course, and then to take care of those pipes, definitely make sure to just let those faucets drip and put some insulation, especially over exposed pipes outdoors. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. So here's what we're working with here. So that weather impact alert just for the extreme cold. And now you can see our low temperature on Tuesday down to 13. Then we go back up to 42. So we'll see a little bit of melting on the roads. And then we're back down to 25 on Wednesday morning, 26 for Thursday morning. But we get pretty warm, 50s, 40s, then back to the 40s into this weekend. Watching a small chance of rain on Friday. Models aren't really agreeing right now on the chance of rain there. We're going to continue to watch that closely. But it's really about the temperatures going up and down, you know, freezing to above freezing. That's really just going to cause some hazards on the roadways. So into the next several days, I mean, I think it'll be an overall improvement on the roadways, but especially when the temperatures go as low as 25, just below freezing in general. I mean, I think we're going to have a couple of mornings into the next several mornings where we could see some black ice. So certainly be careful as you head out the next several mornings. All right, I'm going to go over to Facebook real quick, see if you guys have any questions. Thanks again for watching. This has been a crazy storm, hasn't it? Luckily, we're all wrapped up at this point. But if you guys have any questions, have any reports, bring them on in. I can show you a future Skycast one more time, walk you through everything. Again, there's no precipitation in the forecast except for maybe Friday. That could be some rain showers. You notice temperatures on Friday, 34 and 46, so we're going to be above freezing all day. So I think we're going to be in for some rain if we do see any. But very cold temperatures into the next couple of mornings. And I think I'm seeing some schools that are closing for tomorrow. I think that's a pretty good call, especially with the temperatures being below freezing. But again, so we got extreme cold warnings across everywhere in East Texas. That's going to go until 12 p.m. Tuesday. Of course, it's still going to be pretty cold into the next several mornings after that. But when it comes to the extreme cold, where temperatures are going to be falling into the teens and feeling like the single digits and even single digits below 0, that's going to last until tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow at noon, I should say. But that's for all of us here. And then future Skycast showing the actual temperatures at 32 to maybe 33 in some parts of the area for today. So we are going to be right around freezing. There might be a little bit of melting, but this is the story here where temperatures go down below freezing. So we'll see some icy roads into Tuesday morning as well, and potentially icy roads into Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. Maybe not quite Friday morning. I have a low of 34 in the forecast for Friday morning, so we might be safer. Could be a little bit slushy. It's not going to be perfect, but certainly better than icy, right? Upper 30s for Tuesday afternoon. A little bit of cloud cover, not a big deal. And then we go down into the 20s for a Wednesday morning, and then back up to the 30s and 40s we go, potentially even 50s, 53 in Lufkin and 52 in Groveton. That's the potential high temperature down there. And then the wind chills, again, that's going to be a big factor into the next couple of days, as well as we're going to be feeling like the 20s for this afternoon, and then feeling once again like the teens, single digits, 10 in Henderson, 10 in Jacksonville for Tuesday, and then wind chills get a little bit better into the next couple mornings after that, as we are not going to be quite as cool, but still feeling like below freezing, and we're still going to be below freezing with the actual air temperature anyway. So again, people, pets, pipes, and plants, make sure you take care of those things. And here's your 7-day forecast one more time. We're up to 52. I mean, what a huge warm up here. 52 for Thursday, partly cloudy skies. Look at tonight's low, 13. 42, back down to 25. So again, all the way, I'm going to say all the way through Thursday morning, we're still going to see some icy spots. Big time melting into the next several afternoons, though. When we get to Friday, I think Friday should be okay, but we're going to watch out for Saturday and Sunday as well. Could be some isolated icy spots at that point. All right, thank you so much for watching. We will keep you updated on the weather situation throughout the rest of the week, but for now, just kind of avoid travel if you can, especially over bridges and overpasses. Ramps are in really, really tough shape as well. For the next couple of mornings, definitely make sure to just drive slow. Ice and snow, take it slow, and we'll keep you updated on the latest forecast situation into the next few days. So we'll keep you advised. Have a great day.